Hello everybody, this is going to be the second review I've ever done, the 262a, the tier 10 Russian medium, 1 out of 3. And this review is going to only focus on this tank, but I'll probably take a look at the other two as well, since I own both of those. So the 26A, it is a really good medium, and that was the review. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to look at the armor loadout here. Obviously, the turret is the main feature of this medium tank. I don't think there's any medium tank that has this good a turret. It is really, really insane. If you're hauled down, there's only a few tanks, primarily, of course, the TDs that will pen you. But if you take a look at the armor, it is pretty damn good. It's just Bounce City, 480. You know, it just goes all the way around. Even the weak spot is not even really a weak spot. If you take a look at the cupola there, 320. 475, yeah, good luck with that. So the top of the turret is a weak spot, but it's so tiny, nobody's gonna ever like shoot you there. Maybe like once in 100 shots. What I do notice is that sometimes the tier 10 TDs, primarily like things like the Yak Benzene 100 or the 268, might pen you in these cheek areas here. Especially if they fire gold. But even with regular ammo, like around these cheeks, it's 244, 247, 270, and the high-end tier 10 TDs can sometimes pen you, but they have to be really lucky again. Like if they shoot slightly higher, it's gonna go 362, and good luck with penning that. So that is the main feature of the tank and the armament, but the gun also is really, really good. But if we take a little bit of a longer look towards the armor, there is some kind of weak spot here with the lower side of the turret, but if you look at the actual tank, it's kind of hard to see. It is kind of a weak spot, I guess, but like you will never really have problems with that. The frontal plate is not really that good. It's I believe 100 frontal armor, which is even 20 less than the T-54. But the slope makes it okay versus some like tier 8 mediums, maybe some tier 9 even, but even yeah. It will not bounce you a lot of things. You're gonna have to just go hold down if you want to progress through all the flanks. The thing is that with the speed it has, it goes about 50. It can easily do that. It has about 5 degrees of gun depression. Compared to the one object 140, it has -6. So it does have some gun depression. It's not the best. It's not like American levels of gun depression, but it's still very nice. And as long as you're hauled down, you should be just fine in this tank. So if you take a look at the gun itself, the firepower of everything. So it has a pen of 264 with APCR standard ammo. So that's more than enough. The average damage is about 320. The DPM is really nice, 3.4. Really, really nice. The reload time is only 5.6 or 5.7. Do keep in mind that I am using stabilizers, rammers, and optics. So the normal view range is only 400, but with the optics you get 440. So that's really nice. And with the gun rammer it goes to 5.7 basically. You can bring this down with resin arms and with ventilation obviously. But I did not run resin arms on my T6A yet. I'm still waiting to get the 4th cruise skill before I change into that. And obviously, the gun is just very, very nice. The maneuverability, very good as well. The aiming time is is less than 2 seconds. You will note that this tank is like the king of shooting on the move. Like it is so accurate, and the gun bloom is so small even on the move. It just makes for a really nice playstyle whilst attacking or charging into the flank to get under people's guns, stuff like that. So that is really nice. As I said, the gun depression is about 5, the elevation is 17. The elevation is okay, I guess. Haven't really noticed any problems there. So yeah, the gun is really, really good. It has a high rate of fire, as all the Russian mediums do, which is really nice for perma tracking, as I will show you guys in a replay soon. And also, like I said, it goes forward about 50 kilometers an hour, which is fine. You know, it's a good speed. It's not slow. It's not super fast. A 50 is a really nice speed to have. And the chassis to first speed is really nice, 56. So that's really good. And yeah, the power to weight is just fine as well. There's nothing you can complain about this. The downsides of these tanks are basically only the hull armor. Basically, it has everything else going for it, so that's fine. It has almost 2k health as well. So these were the stats for the 26A. The rest I'm not gonna go through, like the economy or stuff. We don't really care about it. It's a tier 10. It will see tier 10 tanks. Like, it's not much to say about it. So let's just hop into some reviews. So, hello everybody, we are now on Fisherman Bay, and this is a replay which involves also Maxwell, who is the guy I platoon up with every Wednesday at 7 on my live stream Twitch if he's on Circon. So, maybe it is Wednesday, maybe you want to check it out if he's there. And he's in his IS-4, he's going to go into the city with the other heavies, which is obviously the place to go on Fisherman's Bay. So, yes, the 26A, we're just going to go to our spot in the middle here, as we usually do. Check it out, see if we can spot anything, see if you can see the scouts coming in. Maybe spot a heavy that's rushing into the city, you never know. It's always a safe bet to go once you start the game. Now, we do see a really odd spot for an IS-7. He's getting shot at right there. I'm trying to take a pot on the 1390 here, but the Batchet gets it, no worries. So the I-7 is almost already dead, because we do have a lot of tanks here. But now we see 26As, Batchets, 121s, just rushing forward, even just after passing the 14-minute mark. Now this is an extraordinary thing, because normally this does not happen. But this is just a full assault on this flank. So obviously I'm rushing forward, using my speed to get there as soon as I can. So the Death Star takes a really big hit there, probably from the enemy Death Star. Shoot the 26A on the move. Like I said, the gun on this tank allows you to shoot on the move really, really nicely, and it's something I like to do, and it's something I really like to do on the 26A, obviously. Take almost like half a pot shot on the 26A, but on the Batchet rather. I see the E50M. Try to shoot it in the turret, the flat parts, but we hit him in the gun. So it's just all out mayhem here. Everybody shooting each other is just going crazy. See the 26A? Try to shoot him like that. We do hit him. I tried to track him there. Then we have a critical hit. Probably just only in the tracks and didn't go into the tank itself. Take a shot at the frontal armor from above. Should be a really easy pen, no problem. The E50M got tracked. Shoot him down. He does get a shot into us, however. So we keep going forward, so we get underneath the guns of the 268 and the 121. So they'll either have to roll forward and get shot by everybody else if they want to shoot me. So we move up aggressively, trying to keep the hill between me and the enemy tanks. Take some more shots here, trying to shoot the 268. We do hit him, leave him on 1 health, don't get the kill. That's a bit unfortunate. So the IS-7 dies to the 121. There's still an E50M to my right with really good health. Take a pot shot on the 121 from third person. Take a look around, see what the 26A is doing. E50M tracks our E75. I see that happening, so I move in. Take a free shot in his reload. Shoot the lower plate. 300 damage, pretty nice. And keep in mind also that at this point, all I'm letting my enemy show is a little bit of my front, but mostly just my turret. And that's what I try to keep doing all the time with my 268, because obviously that's where our armor is and that's where our strong suit is. So, yeah, let's go. He bounces our turret, we shoot him in the turret in the flat cheeks. Should be an easy kill now. We go forward in his reload. We have to reload on the E50M since our DPM is really, really, really high. We have like a really short reload, only 5.6 seconds or so. Hit the 121 in the front / almost sides, I think. Trying to go in, do a little bit more damage, but the Batchet still has some shells in his magazines and finishes him off. So at this point, their entire assault failed. There were about, give or take, 8 to 9 tanks here. And Maxwell has been fighting in the city, and obviously the 268 got spotted here. So I'm trying to find the 268 while going towards the city. And if I don't see the 268 fast, I'll just rush to the city anyways to help Maxwell and the heavies and the E4 out. So taking this path, again, only showing the turret towards the enemy flank. We do see the 268 here. Shoot him on the move. Excellent, excellent shooting on the move in this tank. It's just so awesome. Try to do it again. We do miss him there. By quite a bit. Might have been some surfer reticle lag. So we know the 268 is here. This is a bit risky. Try to shoot him again. He doesn't fire back. What I try to do is shoot him in the tracks, so I'll wait for him to come around the corner. Try to shoot the inner tracks there, but we don't track him. I do believe we hit the tracks though. He totally misses us. I put a shot into his flank, having no... because I know we have to reload. We have the time here. Shoot him in the tracks again. Now he is tracked. He doesn't seem to be using a repair kit. Put another shot into him. He is still tracked. Put another shot into the wheels there. Track him again. And this guy is just absolutely murdered. The M103 tries to get some free damage on the 268. But with my DPM, I get the total health here. 1950 damage on the 268. Very nice skill. Very clean because he misses me in with his one shot that he took. Now, Maxwell is the only one alive in the city right now, fighting off a Death Star and IS-4. He's doing a really good job there. So I try to rush in now to help him out. And as you can see, we still have an E75 and M103. Our RT is still alive. The Batchat is still alive. So hopefully we can rescue Maxwell here. And we get some more damage done. We've already done 5,238 damage. Quite nice. And we racked up 4 kills. So there might still be a Top Gun in here if we get a bit lucky. So Maxwell's alive here. So I know there's an IS-4 there on really good health. I tried to look around the corner. So here... shoot him in possibly the worst spot there. It's kind of like a space armor. It's a dodgy thing to shoot at. That's however is a nice shot. I'd shoot him in the tracks and track him and have his tracks almost flush on right now. Track him again to make sure he doesn't get away. And now we get into a really nice position. I can show you guys. Is that I'm shooting below the turret of the dead E4 and above his engine deck. This is like the most hold down I've ever been. And he still manages to pen me there. I have no idea where he did that. I think he shot my cupola or something. Like, I don't know where he shot me there. But he does manages to pen. Obviously, we keep shooting him in the same tracks. He already uses repair kit. We just keep on hammering down this guy with our TPM. Shot after shot. He shot us. He's about reloaded. There he bounces. There's almost no way that he can pen me here. Another shot in there. And now I think, yep, Maxwell finishes him off. Now there's a Death Star alive. He's not looking at us. Take the quick shot. E75 rushes in, he dies. So maybe we can get this kill. No, that one if he takes it. But that was still a really nice replay there. Doing a little over 7,000 damage. Alright, so let's take a look at the end score of the Fisherman Bay battle there. We obviously had a Mastery Badge, High Caliber, Confederate, and if you take a look at the XP here, it was 1263 base XP came off of the team. Let's see, we did over 7,000 damage, and we almost had no assistance there. We traveled almost 3 kilometers. We did not shoot any golds, and we made 54k credits. And obviously with the double, that means 3,788 XP. Pretty nice game right there. And as you can see, we took full advantage of the 2.6a, doing full damage towards him. So that was really nice. Picked up 4 kills. Overall, very nice replay there. Alright, so for the second replay, we're going to take a look at this game on steps. I'm playing together with Fush, and we don't have a third platoon member. And the beginning of this game is going to be a little bit boring. It's the standard steps game with mediums versus mediums, as you will soon find out here. So we go up on this hill, try and take a look, see if we can find any enemies coming in. We see that there's a 140, T7 heavy. Take a shot at T7 heavy, we don't hit him, it was like half aimed basically. Normally the 2.6a makes those shots like, I don't know, 8 out of 10 times. So this is a bit of a weird fight. The one is just 140 versus 2.6a and STB1 here. So all that happens here is you don't have enough gun depression. He does, because he has -6. And you just keep hitting each other's turrets. That's what usually happens here. So there's not a whole lot going on. The reason I take a look there at Fush's turret actually is because he got penned there by the Object 140. I'm like, where the hell do you pen an STB1? But oh well. Take another shot at the Indian there real quick. We can't stay around too long. They do have a gun carrier. This is also why I'm moving around a little bit every time I fire, so making it a little bit harder for the artillery to land a shot on me. So there you go, he bounces us, we missed the turret of T-54, and this is usually how a steps game goes with mediums like these, Russians versus Russian mediums. You just bounce each other's turrets for days and maybe get a lucky shot off. See if we can hit the T-7 Heavy if he goes down there. Nope. Oh. We do miss that shot. We hit. I think we hit the June right in front of him there. So he goes down there. 26. Was that an SU 12244 shows up as well? And now there's the Indian on like 900 health. And again, if you take a look here, I just try and if the replay would work. As you can see, we're just trying to be as hull down as possible versus this Indian Panzer and whatever friends he might have behind him. So that's always important to note whilst playing the 268. Always try and find on every map that little ditch or the little corner or something where you can be hull down against on an important flank like this. So obviously the Indian is going to have a rough day here if he tries to bend me. I shoot him just in the turret there. We have enough penetration to do that pretty easily. So we do be careful. We take a look around if there's nobody coming on the left, YOLOing in or something. But we do have a good position here. But now I try to go up. Because the T7 Heavy was kind of lurking there with his T54 friend. So there's the 140 as well. It's a really hard shot to make, but you can bend the cupolas on that 140. If you do manage to hit them, they are small, but they are pretty weak. It's not like the 268 where 26A where it's nigh impossible to bend that. So like I said, it's a slow start. We only done 300 damage versus the Indian. Just trying to find a good spot to take some shots from, but everybody's playing him pretty safe here. See the Indian moving out again. He took a shot at our VK. So here he is again. Take another shot into his turret. T7 Heavy shows up. We have a lot of DPM. We already reloaded. Take a shot into the turret of the T7 Heavy. Indian shows up again. Bounces our turret again. So that's really nice. And now I move up because I see that Foch and the Type 61 are moving up as well. It's Indian and only a one shot now. So we take him out, and T7 Heavy is surrounded by about 3 mediums. And Foch ends up taking him out just before I am reloaded. So now the 140 was being a really good player. It was really annoying on this flank, and he knows that he has to run away to just fight another day. But yeah, so Foch ends up chasing him, but the other flank is totally failed here, so all I'm thinking now is, well, we can't really rush into an E25, a Death Star, E75, and a Waffle. And we can somewhat defend the base from this ridgeline here. So I see the Death Star, I'm saying like maybe I can get a cheeky shot off here, maybe in the 140, but in the end I just have to go back and defend our base before even attempting to assault their base again. So as you can see, the mobility on this tank is just fine. We're going 50 kilometers an hour. That's more than fast enough for a medium. So there's still a 50B alive there, which is spotting the E5 and M103. So I'm just trying to get into a position where I'm more hull down, even with the 5 degrees of gun depression. I don't know where that shell went. If you find it, please do call me. So now we take a shot at the E5, try and track him. The reason why I'm happy with the tracking shot is because I want the 50B to live as long as possible to provide the spotting on these tanks so I can shoot them. Because they're slightly out of my view range right now. Take a shot into the M103. He survives on 1 health. Where we do get a really nice snipe off on the side of his turret. And now there's also an E5. Maybe the pattern is behind them as well. Take a pot shot at the last known position of the E5. Now we see the Death Star that's being spotted by the Type 61 and Foch there. So I know he's there and he's not really in good cover. So I just keep making some pot shots here, some blind fire. As we do have the ammo and we just need to do as much damage as we can right now because the odds are against us. So we do end up hitting that Death Star a couple of times because he's now on 464 health. The next shot bounces, I think, on his gun method or his upper plate, maybe. The next one does hit, and he disappears off the radar again. Trying to take him out, but he moved away already. So with the DPM of this thing, those blind shots really do work because they only have 6 seconds, 5 to 6 seconds to move out of that spot before I'm firing again. So now the 140 shows up. He shoots us in the side. I'm already hit, so I take my time aiming and actually doing the damage because everything counts now. It's 4 against 7 tanks at this point. So we do bounce the E5 on the side of our turret there whilst aiming at the 140. That was kind of lucky, but the side armor of the 268 is still not bad. It's really the back of the armor that's only like 70 armor. So they still have a Death Star, and a Waffle Panzer IV, an Object 140, an E75, a Patton, and an E5, and they still have the artillery. So now I do spot their Waffle coming in, and he just stops. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to gain his stealth, or he just sees Flush. So we take a shot into him. The E5 is a one-shot for us. We don't have to do that gun question here, so we move back. But Flush takes him out with his STB-1. Now it's time for some failed shots. I'm completely like outflanked by the E75 and the Patton here. The Patton was last spotted like here, and he went all the way around just to flank me here. But I get pretty damn lucky here in some way. My shots don't work, but all their shots are going into my tracks. I haven't lost any health yet, but I haven't done any damage. I do believe I tracked the E75, but that's about it. And the Patton only hits me for very little damage there, for only like 200. So he hits me in the tracks again. Note that as I was traveling here, I'm trying to get into cover behind this hill, so I'm hauled down again. So we see the Patton and the 140 shows up now. So it's just a crazy battle. So are we going for the 140? Patton, 140, Patton. And Fash is a one-shot now. The 140 got taken out by the SU-122-54 that's still alive in the base on really low health. Now the Waffle comes in, YOLOs into Fash. He just fires, so I know I have the time to shoot. The Patton comes in. I'm like, oh my god, I need 2 shots on both. So I know the Waffle doesn't have good gun suppression. Go down the ditch. Patton shoots me. Waffle misses. Patton ramps me. I'm tracked now. Take a shot in the Waffle. Waffle is dead now. Now it's just me and the Patton. I take the hit. Put a shot into him. 130 health. And that last shot, he hits me again, but I think he has like a stock gun or something because he's only doing 200 damage. So I survived that miraculously. If that Patton had just the better gun, I would probably have been dead. If the Waffle just hit me, I would have been dead. But somehow we survived, and we have 2 APCR shells left. And now there's only the Conqueror on the field. But that's still a dangerous target because both me, the SU, are hanging on to dear life here. 35 hit points versus 17. And our RT is also still alive, which is really nice because what that means is if we do find him but we can't take him out, our RT will probably be able to just splash the guy down or hit him as we keep him spotted. So the SU goes to the left flank here, I go to the right. I know there's usually RT around these parts. That's usually the RT spot. So we just take a look around. Also note that we just passed the 5-minute mark, so there's only 5 minutes left. That's not too much time, but it's more than enough time to just go hunting for the artillery. So the SU finds the Conqueror, but the Conqueror takes him out. Now I'm a long way away, so once I reach his point of where he was last spotted, I know that the Conqueror will be reloaded. So I have to be really, really careful and spot him. Just move away and let the RT take care of it or something like that. So we spot the artillery and we bounce on the back of the Conqueror. That is just amazing. I don't know what I hit there, but I'm pretty sure I just hit the back of the tank with an APCR shell that has like 268 penetration. So that is really unlucky. So now I'm like, RT, can you hit this guy if I spot him in this corner? but he doesn't really seem to respond. Because if I went just blindly into there, I'm pretty sure the Conqueror could just shotgun me down and just go TD mode on me. Because he only has to splash me for 35 hit points. So Fosh is telling the RT to move out of the corner so he can get a better shot if he gets spotted. And here it is just like, alright, we can go in and maybe win the fight by him missing or not splashing me to death. But I end up capping, because if I cap on my own, it takes about 1 minute and 35 seconds, I believe. And the Conqueror has to come to us, and we do have good view range. Remember, we have optics, that's 440 meters of view range. The RT probably has less than that. So as you can see, the capture is indeed like 1 minute and 36 seconds. And we have a little less than 3 minutes to go now. Now, my reasoning for this first spot in the cap is that maybe he'll have to come closer and more out of cover to find me. But in the end, it might have been too predictable. So I'll go a little bit more towards the middle here. There's really no way of telling what would be a good spot here. So I just picked my spot and stand still so we can get our camouflage. Basically on the move, mediums have 50% of their camo, I believe. So if we just stand still here, we make the most of our camo. So the Conqueror gets spotted. Hit him in the lower plate. Start moving. Make him like move his entire artillery piece. So his aiming is down. He tries to shoot anyway. And we hit him in the superstructure there. Really nice shot. We end up taking him out. It was a really risky replay this. And like I said in the beginning, it was not so eventful, but the end is really, really nice. It was just both lucky and unlucky in many ways. And just a really fun replay overall. And it also shows you how many times this turret can bounce stuff. And even the frontal plate there, as you can see. Alright. So let's take a look at the end result on steps there. Obviously, we had a Mastery Badge and a Top Gun, and then World of Tanks Replays.com still shows you. I think this is the old steel wall. So there you have it. This was played on 9.1 though, so I don't know really why steel wall is still there, but okay. If you take a look at the end result and compare to the rest of the team, we did really well there. 1264 basic speed, 6 kills, over 5k damage. Fosh also did really well there, over 6 damage, less kills though. A little bit of detecting there. I got 2,660 damage upon detecting, and we almost traveled 5 kilometers there. I do believe we shot 1 or 2 heat shells in the end because we basically ran out of normal shells, and we made 20k credits there. So overall, a really nice score and a pretty damn interesting game. So yeah, there you have it, the 26A, the Russian medium tank, 1 out of 3. I will review the other 2 as well. But the 26A is just a really, really solid tank. There is really nothing wrong with it. It has really nice turret armor, like I said, the best in the game for medium tanks. It's just a really good package. There's no way you could buff this tank without making it seriously OP. The gun depression, maybe, but all in all, it's a really nice mix. It's nicely balanced. There's nothing really bad to say about this tank. And yeah, I just recommend you picking it up. Out of all 3, the 140, 26A are your better life choices. Between those 2, there's not much difference. The only medium that I don't recommend picking it up is the 430. But 26A, really nice looking tank as well. And yeah, just a really good tank. If you're thinking about buying it, definitely do. It's totally worth it. And yeah, I hope you guys have fun with it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's review. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next review, guys. Don't forget to also check out twitch.tv/Circon to see if I'm live streaming. And in any case, also don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I'll catch you guys on the battlefield. I'll see you guys later.